Hello, everyone. Welcome to the conversation with Dr. Joan Coleman and friends, and I'm with my friend Megan
Hi, everybody. Megan Price, Megan P129 on IG.
and Rita.
Hi, I'm Rita Reynolds, and you can find me on Instagram as thereynoldslov.
I want to talk about this topic today. We're women, we're independent, we want to work. We don't, we just do so many things. But today I like to talk about, should women stay at home to raise their children? I just had a few friends of mine that's either pregnant or having a baby. And I want to know, they're well established in their careers. But do you guys think that a woman should stay home and raise their children like back in the day? Rita, what do you think about it?
Well, I think all the depending the necessity that you need. Like if you really need to work, like it's fine. But I don't know. I think like everyone have the right to do wherever they want.
Mhm.
Honestly, I can tell you that. So wherever, if you choose like going work for money or work for free as a mom, because I have a very hard job too. I think I don't really have. I would say that stay if you're a stay-home mom, you're okay or no. I think women need to do what's the best for them and what they feel, you know.
But think about it. Back in the day, right, when your mom raised you, or when you grew up, you usually have your mom at home. She wasn't like,
Yeah.
in some cases, most cases, she wasn't working. Her job was taking care of the children, making sure they were okay, taking care of the home. But today, it looks different because of the time we're living in. Megan, how do you feel about that? What do you think? You have children, you know.
Yeah, so like Rita said, it has to be an individual decision. However, I feel like we live in a world where you need two incomes to live,
Mhm.
but childcare is so excessively expensive. So it puts you in a really hard position. I mean, when my kids were little, having two in daycare at the same time, I mean, I still ended up at the end of a full-time job, but not by enough to make it worth working. So you have that fine line. If you're really coming out ahead at your job, I feel like that's, something to consider, because I think that, you really do need those two incomes. But if you're not making much anyway, because I mean, I think I was paying an astronomical, like
Mhm.
$5,000 a month for two kids in full-time daycare, so it gets to the point where you're like, well, what's it even worth, right? Like, it doesn't even make sense to work because you want to be raising your kids as well. So I think you kind of have to put everything into perspective and see what works in your family. And also some people just don't want to, right? And you don't
Yeah.
have to stay home with your kids if you want to. You want to pursue your career, you should do that too, no matter, what the sacrifice you make. So it's really an individual decision, but I feel like there's beauty on both ends.
There is beauty on both ends, and like you said, we could do. Women are capable of doing whatever they want to do, but I want to throw something out there. Do you think the kids are better for it? Oh, we're gonna pop you out. We're gonna spend 6 weeks with you, then we're gonna put you in daycare. Do you think the kids are better for it? Like, are they raising themselves practically? Are they on their iPads? There's iPads and social media raising our kids? Or, just because there is a need for finances, there's a need for, the parent to be free and have a career and be a career woman. How do you feel about that, Rita?
Well, I really
Megan
think
too.
that it's kind of like for women, it's like we're like in a road with no end, because if we stay home, we need to depend on the man. And if we go and work, then, so for us, it's very different. Like, I think for men, it's so easy.
Mhm.
And, I just don't will, I think as a mom, we always do our best. Like if honestly, my kids, if they need to use the tablet, I have a special need children. So the tablet is a necessity in my case. Um, so I don't really have problems with technology. I need to be honest. Like,
Yeah. What do you feel about it, Megan? What do you think about that, what I just said?
Yes, you know, it's something that I think about all the time. And I feel like other parents, especially, you know, my generation, my kids are 11 and 13 now, and they, you know, were the set of babies that had, you know, Fisher Price made the iPad cover for, you know, and they're just babies with these like little games, and you don't know how to balance it because there hasn't been enough research yet.
Yeah,
You know, you just try to do the best you can. And I feel
yeah,
like you need to kind of reinforce how you were growing up as well, so that there's a balance, right? You know, you got to teach them the things that you know and the things that you did, and then somehow find a healthy combination of adding in the tablets. But I wouldn't say that my kids are being raised by them, but I would say they're being raised with them as part of a very
Yeah.
integral part of their world. Is something that was so different and so foreign, in regards to how I grew up. And
mhm,
just even FaceTime with people. Like, I mean, you had to go knock on your friend's door, right, for them to play,
yeah,
or you'd have to like get the dreaded like, you know, answering machine and like actually leave a message that everybody in the house is gonna hear, you know,
yeah,
like it was so different, and having to
Oh
make
no,
that.
you know, like that's interesting that you bring that, because you know I have my cousin that live in New York, and I have a niece, and Ricky play on FaceTime, and they play in that time, and they
mhm,
pretend, okay, they pretend it's funny. They are already playing, but one is in New York and the other is in New Jersey on FaceTime. It's the
mhm.
same, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people have to do what they have to do, and for some people just really just can't. You know, they need a break. They need a minute. They need a minute, and the iPad helps out. The phone helps out, and that's why they do it. And then there are some that just like, listen, kid, go over there. You know, go over there, and I'll see you later. You know, so you got to choose which it is. And you know, it's okay. It's okay. We're all mothers and we all want to do our best. And sometimes, you know, it gets a little rough, but you know, we're still able to take care of our children. So I don't know if we could answer the woman should women the question if women should stay home and raise their kid. And I feel like the consensus is the women could do whatever they want to do, right? That's what you guys are saying. If they want to stay home, they can, and if they want to go out and work
Well,
and
like
have a career, they can.
if you really want to, you like, I was a stay-home mom, and I still some kind of way stay-home mom through
Mm-hmm.
this day. So if
Mm-hmm.
you can do it, perfect. But if you don't want to, if you want to go and have, you need to go have a job. I would wish I could have like a normal job. I can. I have a special need children, and I need to be
Mm-hmm.
there every single time that they call me or anything. So I just can't. You know, I
Yeah.
just can't, because with him, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, if you think, you know, you get, like, for me, if you want to stay home and raise your kids, it's
Mm-hmm.
good, you
Yeah.
know. But if you need to
Mm-hmm.
go and work, it's good too. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
wherever it's meant for you, you know, like if you need to work because you need the money, you need to do it.
Yeah. Megan, any last words? That was
Yeah,
good,
sure.
Rita.
I think that there's, you know, there's no winning, right? Both are very
Mhm.
hard. But I think that if you do choose to have a career or just work, whichever way you look at it, you need to make sure you have an upfront conversation about flexibility if you have children, because you do
Yeah.
want to be in their life to a certain degree, and you want your employer to know that that's your situation, and you don't want to get into, you know, some type of a career path where you're unable to see your family. I feel like that would really be a game changer for a woman.
Yeah, that's true. So there's flexibility and there's choices. You could choose to work a flexible schedule, or you could choose to just go and work and come home and take care of the kids after work, do homework. It's just a lot. You hear me? And hopefully you have some supportive people behind you helping you out. And if not, you know, just continue to do your best. Wake up every day and say, today I'm doing my best. And yes, it's okay for women to stay home and take care of their kids. I mean, they did it in the past. There's nothing wrong with it. But today we're so independent. We want to do it all, you know. So kudos to you. Listen, this was a good conversation. I know it's kind of short, but it was also a good conversation. Consider some of what we say. Put in the comment box below. What do you think about this conversation? Of course, we'll get back to you. All right. I am Dr. Joan Coleman. I'm with Rita
Hi, I'm Rita Reynolds. You can find me on Instagram as the Reynolds Love.
and Megan.
Megan P 129 on IG.
All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.